Hi everyone, this is Vincent and you're on Hanging on Sunset. This week, I got the pleasure to welcome the band Baba Jenkins on the podcast. Baba Jenkins then labeled their music as Gumbo. The culinary term gumbo, as you know, describes a type of soup or stew that originates in the South. It's basically a blend of flavor, which is exactly what Baba Jenkins' music is. Alternative, classic, rock, blues, old-time R&B are all mixed together to create a soul-infused dish. I met Rone, the singer, and Guy, the guitar player, and we talked about their musical journey, how they formed during the pandemic, with the help of Bandmix, a service that connects musicians. That could be useful to you. And how they evolved into that incredible live band, and they're using brass, which I loved on their new record, Copper. It's actually their debut album. Baba Jenkins are not newcomers to the scene. Individually, they've been through a lot. They have even touched the sky. Like when Rone, for example, was offered a 100K deal 10 years ago. But he didn't sign it because the label wanted to keep all the rights. That happens. But after that experience, he basically gave up music. It wasn't until Guy found his Bandmix profile that Rone even considered starting music again. Rone was initially very hesitant to meet with Guy about strategizing a new band, but he was eventually convinced by Guy's enthusiasm. And that's where the magic happened. At the first meeting, they had already written an entire song. The rest is history. Rone regained his passion and joined forces with Guy to form Baba Jenkins. Along the way, they found seasoned musicians to share their new dream, Ekko and Skooter. I'm so sorry, I have to go. I'm so busy this week. So many concerts to cover. For example, tonight I'm going to see The Paranoids, which are going to be on the podcast very soon. So you'll see their live pictures and you'll hear their interview very soon. That's exciting. All right, I'm already late, so let's go and let's start the show. Hi everybody, I'm Vincent Jacob and this is my podcast Hanging on Sunset, and today I'm with Rone Warden and Guy Kiefer.
Yes.
Or Guy in French.
Yeah, I like that too.
And those two amazing people are musicians in the band Baba Jenkins.
Yeah.
And you just got out a new record that I have here because you are so nice that you brought me a CD.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I heard that they're trending again. Like
That's what they say, man.
The younger generation is embracing the CDs. I guess like we did with vinyl and cassettes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I can still listen to them in my car. So that's perfect. Baba Jenkins, Copper. That's the name of your new record. I'm so happy to have you here tonight in our secret location, which is maybe on Sunset, maybe not.
we won't tell you.
The vibe of Sunset, definitely.
Yes. So first question, how are you?
Doing great.
Good.
How do you feel with this new record coming out?
We are elated, you know?
Oh, nice. Yeah. And if I'm not wrong, and you correct me if I am, I think you started pretty recently this project during the pandemic, right?
We did, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Like not 2 years old and you already have a full album out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We work pretty fast.
we like to think of ourselves as the hardest working band in Los Angeles. But
world.
That's just in the world. Okay, in the
say
world.
it.
Yeah, we James Brown in it, you know what I'm saying?
So how did Baba Jenkins start for you? I think, Guy, you were at the origin of the band.
Yeah, I was it was like 2 years ago. So I was I'd been meaning to put together a band. I'd been kind of putting it. It's something I wanted to do, wanted to get back to, and it just seemed like the time was right. So, almost exactly 2 years ago, I met Ekko, the drummer. Just to go back a few months before that, I joined a online service called Bandmix.com.
Yeah, I read about that. And it's funny
because you're one of the only people who's actually gone to our website and read the Bible.
I did.
Vincent,
I did
Round
my
of
research.
applause for Vincent.
So, and
Those
it's
are
funny.
only our hardcore fans.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And it's funny because I have a band too. It's called Yard of Blondes. And
okay.
I found some of the people in my band through another app, which is not Bandmix, but it's Vamper. And it's like Tinder. You swipe and you find other musicians that have similar interests that are looking to form a band. And that's how I found my drummer and my guitar player.
Well, that sounds a lot more efficient than Bandmix.
Tell us about that.
I like it. No, I don't like it. Tinder, Tinder is just like right swipe, left swipe. That's cool.
And I heard you, Rone, that you were like, no, I'm not doing music ever again. I'm not gonna do this. And here we are. So can you guys explain me what happened?
Oh man. Well, yeah, I retired from music, man. I retired. I didn't want to do it anymore.
Why?
You're
just such an amazing singer. Why would you do that to the world?
Well, I mean, I've done music for a long time. I'd say probably about 10 years before I met Guy, and I did my own album, and I just was done. I got married, met my wife, and we had a kid. And
congratulations!
Thank you. I have a stable job, so I just didn't see the point. But
you lost the dream.
I lost it, man. I lost it. I felt like it wasn't necessary for me anymore because I was stable and happy and in love. So
happy life, happy wife.
Happy life, happy wife, happy life. So and then Guy hit me up, and
you guys knew each other.
And then I messed everything. I was his life is.
And now he's gonna divorce.
No.
So was it through Bandmix that you met?
Yeah.
So you were on Bandmix.
Yeah, I was on Bandmix.
So,
I forgot to delete my account. That's what happened.
That's how long you.
That's what happened. I was on Bandmix for a long time, and I forgot to delete it. Guy hits me up, and he's talking about, I have this dream. I want to make a band, and I want to eventually become Grammy nominated, Grammy winner. That's his big dream.
That's fucking big.
It's really big.
That was the pitch.
That was the pitch. And I said, no, I'll think about it. And then he's like, no, just meet up. Let's just meet up. And if the chemistry's right, we hit it off, then,
Definitely sounds like Tinder.
It sounds, I guess, it sounds like Tinder, But I was like,
don't get me on Tinder, dude.
I was like, okay. Well, he said he's a songwriter too, as well, and he plays guitar. And I'm like, I haven't wrote in a few years. And I talked to my wife about it. It's like, this guy, he keeps hitting me up and talking about, let's meet up and see what happens. So I met up with him, and the chemistry hit. He started playing the guitar, and I start singing. We immediately come up with like a song on the spot, man. So I come back home, tell my wife what happened. This is a cool guy. He seems cool. He's also a father, babe. And he's also a family man.
Nice.
And like everything lined up, like
it's not gonna fuck me up.
Not gonna be doing no stupid shit, man. You can relax, and that's how it happened.
Oh, that's cool.
With me and Guy, and then he knew Ekko.
Yeah, exactly. So Ekko I had met a couple months earlier. I said, Ekko, just kind of hang in here and let me, find the other people.
And you had songs?
No, I had no song. No, I didn't. I mean, I wrote the song he's talking about at 3 a.m. before we met the night before.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
cool.
I
mean, I brought in a song with Ekko, but as Ekko says, the guy brought in half a song.
Yeah.
It was, so my original concept when I met Ekko was to start I'm from Chicago, right? So I like to play blues. So the original concept was to start a blues band, and Ekko came in. We had like a bass player, on the fly just come in who was more of a jazz player. We were going off on some blues and jazz, and it gelled. It was good. I didn't vibe. The bass player was super, super great, but it didn't really fit with what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But Ekko did, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ekko was cool. It was super nice. And I was like, dude, just hang in there a couple months. I said a couple weeks, actually. It turned into like 3 months.
Yeah.
Because my thought was, okay, let me find a bass player now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking to build the rhythm section, right? So I got on Bandmix, called 6 or 10 bass players. Nobody wanted to go out of the house because it was the height of COVID, right? Everyone was afraid to go anywhere.
That too, yep.
So I said I just switched gears and I started looking at vocalists, and Rone was like the first one that came up I looked at his his postings. He posted like 12 rap songs, and then he had a video cover of Sam Cooke's Change Is Gonna Come, right?
Oh, yes.
And that's what, boom. When I saw that and I heard the rap and I heard his voice, I just knew the second I heard it that this has got to happen. This is the guy, man.
You have an amazing voice. I mean,
thank you.
If I found your band mix, you'd be in my band right now.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'd fire myself because I'm a singer.
And that's what happened. So I bugged him for about a week, and then he hit me back, and then we went in, and boom, it was like that.
Wow.
It was like that, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
So you found your bass player.
No. We called Ekko. I called Ekko in. So what happened is around December, I told Ekko just to hang. I think I DM'd him or something. I said, man, I found some, but we're not ready to bring you in yet. So he was just waiting, and then we wanted to write some songs before we brought Ekko in. Remember, I kept saying, should we bring in the drummers? It was like, no, we're not ready. So by the time.
Why is that?
Oh, because I don't know. We wanted to have a couple songs ready to go and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he was mentioning to me that Ekko wanted, something to work with. We don't want to bring him in and we don't have anything prepared.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
of course.
it made sense.
It was the holidays
impression.
too.
Yeah.
It was the holidays too. So
Yeah,
we got together on December 13th, I think, or 15th or something.
Good memory.
Yeah, and then we wrote Slow Motion. This is the song he's talking about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wrote pretty much almost all of Dynamite, on that day too.
Wow.
That blues riff. I don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah. I heard the whole.
And
record.
then we had a couple other things, that we were there 3 hours, and we came away with almost three songs and some ideas. And then we went back another week. We kept going, and then we took a break for Christmas and New Year's. Then we came back in January. I think we wrote another 1 or 2 songs then. So we had like 3 at least to bring Ekko in.
Yeah.
Or 4 even maybe. So Ekko came in January around. And it was sick, man. Right? Remember that?
Yeah,
day
when Ekko came in, it just brought it to life, man.
It felt like a whole band was already there, and it was just me and a drummer and Rone.
Did you play with Ekko before?
Just that one day.
There's that one day.
Yeah, that was it. That one night in Culver City. So
Culver City, where at? Rehearsal studios.
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Which ones?
What are they?
They are musician studio.
Yeah, Musician's Choice.
Yeah, Musician's Choice.
Yeah, which are really nice, by the way. They redid them. I mean, it's not the old Musician's Choice; it's the new one. So.
That's right. I
used
to
they're
have
really
a look
cool
out
over there.
The old one.
Yeah, that's
it's
the one.
It's a pretty cool place. With
that's
cool
where
people.
me and Ekko hit, and then we got in with Rone back in the PA rehearsal studios in Reseda.
PA
Shout
rehearsal
out to
studios.
PA.
The best.
Oh, that's cool. So
and
yes.
sorry, so
no,
it
go
was
on.
January, and then Rone. We tried out one bass player, the same guy Ekko I played with. That didn't
work.
It was fun, but it didn't work. And then the next session, he brought in Skooter.
Yeah.
So you brought in.
I brought in Scooter. Scooter that guy's talented. I had no idea how talented he was, because when I met him, it was when I was still in my music career, and he was a producer.
Oh.
And he produced a record for me for one of my albums, and I was like, okay, yeah. And it kind of like vanished out of my memory after that, because I stopped doing music. And I'm on Facebook, And I remember talking to Guy and Ekko, like, oh yeah, we need another bassist. We need a bassist. And he just happened to be playing bass on Facebook. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, snazzy plays bass. So I hit Scooter up. And I'm like, bro, come down. You know, we got this thing going on. This is the type of vibe. I sent him some raw recordings of what we were doing at PA Studios, just off of my phone. Sent him that, and he came through. And as soon as he started playing the bass on top of our songs, we were like, that's it. That's it. Yep, that's it.
But it's just not it, because on the record you have brass.
Oh yeah.
Horns.
Yeah.
And that's fucking killer. And
Yeah.
I love that about your band too. So are they part of the band, or did they just come for the recording? How does it go?
Scooter knew all those guys. They were all session players that he's played with.
Wow.
Yeah, Scooter, he's been in the game for a long time. He's a vet, man. He's a vet. Yeah, he's been doing music for a while. So he had the connections with the brass, and he knew who to call. We didn't even really have to worry about it, really. Wow. I mean, he just brought everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do they play with you live?
They did for a bit, and then they got some of them lived too far away, some got too busy, so we had to find some other people.
Mm-hmm.
So
But that's what you do when you play shows. You try to have the whole band.
Yeah, we try.
We try, right?
Yeah, that must be hard.
It doesn't always happen that way.
It's getting better right now. I mean, I think people are just getting used to it, and they're loving it actually.
It's a great addition.
They know something's going on, so they're interested in
Yeah, it brings
playing.
me back to classic soul, and actually your music's pretty eclectic.
It is.
Yeah,
It's soul, it's funky. There's rhythm and blues, like straight classic blues.
Yeah.
You mix all of this and you call it Gumbo, right?
Gumbo, baby. Yeah, man, that's Gumbo.
Telling you, Vincent does his homework.
Yeah, man.
I do. I learned that word recently, actually, because as you can hear, I'm French.
Uh-huh.
I've been living
okay.
in California for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
But I went to Memphis this year, which is not Louisiana. I think Gumbo originals from Louisiana. I don't know.
Yeah, Louisiana, New Orleans.
And they had some gumbo over there. So me and my wife, we're wandering in Memphis, going to all those classic places. I don't know if you've been there, but
No, I've not been to Memphis
Man,
or Nashville or New Orleans. I'm lame, man.
Hopefully one
get
day.
over there.
Hopefully one day.
Maybe,
Yeah,
on
soon.
the tour.
Soon. We're
Yeah, I
gonna
know. Man. That's a dream.
They're gonna like us over there, I think.
Yeah, Beale Street.
We hope so.
Oh my gosh, just to be there. I know it's touristic and it's probably not what it used to be.
No,
but
it's still
just going there, the BB King Club, and it was fucking amazing. All the museums, the Stax Museum.
Oh, come on.
Which is also the former studio, of Stax. That was just unbelievable. Of course, I went to Graceland too.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And that was fucking cool too. So that's where I learned the term gumbo.
Gumbo, huh? Did you have something?
Yeah,
to taste
I had my first gumbo.
Good, huh?
And it tastes as good as your music sounds.
Oh, dude, come on.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So
the interesting thing about that is that when Rone came up with the name Baba Jenkins, right?
Yeah.
But when we were coming up with a logo, Rone came up with his idea was just these classic old blues southern regions that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or in the 20s, the 30s, where there was the Robert Johnsons.
Yeah.
Was at the crossroads, and there's hoodoo, and there's voodoo, and there's witchcraft, and there's the whole New Orleans kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so that's how we came up with the logo. We kind of found a visualization to the graphic designer in that via picture too, like a sexy witch we found on Vogue magazine. I was going through some supermodel painted face stuff, and anyway, the Gumbo, the Baba Jenkins, the Southern blues, the Southern hoodoo, that whole thing.
That's the roots
That's
of
the
your
vibe.
band.
That's the root. That was our conceptual vibe that we built this band on.
Well, you can tell when you're listening to it.
And it started with the logo and
Yes.
went to the music and the logo. Just hopefully go in sync, you know.
Oh,
and Baba Jenkins is a nod to Bobo Jenkins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The little known blues musician, but you know, we thought that we'd do it right by picking up at least the last name, and we can't go the full Bobo Jenkins. We're like, what do we all have in common? We're all fathers. So we put Baba. Yeah, and there it is, man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So classic rock, funk, blues, all of this, and when you listen to the record, you're not, bored because keeps like evolving all the time and still very sorry, I'm looking for the word in English. Sometimes that happens to me. Very trustful. That's the word. Through that through that region and period in history.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like
Thank you, man.
you're not like doing one genre, but there's a feeling that transports you back to an era of great music.
Thank you.
So
that's our aim, man. That's our aim. When I feel like when we're writing the songs, we don't specifically aim for a genre. It just kind of comes out that way. So it's not like okay, we're gonna write a R&B song. It just kind of comes out that way, and then Guy will also layer with the little rock vibes, and Scooter has the funk bass, and Ekko, he could play drums to anything. So it's just like, it's not like a forced thing for us, it's just natural, and we just go in there, we vibe, and we make the music, man.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to me. Yeah. And you got a new single out, Wild, with a video.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is released along with the record.
Yeah.
And you made a very nice, cool party video, like playing. Is that your friends in the video that we can see?
Yeah, mostly all friends and family.
Yeah.
That's cool. And how did that happen? What did you guys?
Want to talk about?
I mean, you mean the setting, like where it was filmed and all that?
Yeah, it wasn't like intentional. Like, we want to bring our family and friends and just have a fucking party and make a music video.
Actually, if it was intentional, we would have had another 50 people there. I was like, Ekko found the place. There was a place called Saint Rock.
Saint Rocks, yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Which was pretty
is it in Orange
important.
County?
No, it's right on
there,
the beach.
on the beach off it's
Manhattan,
close to PCH,
Redondo Beach, right in that area.
Oh, okay.
Right off PCH, called Saint
right,
Rock, and the same guy who throws Beach Fest, in Manhattan Beach, owns that. He owns that.
Oh,
place.
Okay.
So he donated.
They sold it, right?
Yeah, he sold it just now. So we were the last people to play there.
Okay.
So, Ekko knows everybody, man. So Ekko knew him, and he hit him up because we were looking for a place to do the video, and he agreed. He said, "Okay, you can use it." We agreed on a price. We went in there. Clint Willander, who's our engineer on the album, his girlfriend Katie Pine directed it. So
Nice.
I asked her if she would direct it because she does stuff for the WB and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And she did, and then she brought in her whole crew. It's like a man. It was like a real. It was seriously like a real film video type situation.
No, it's great.
That was pretty crazy.
And,
a lot of bands, they don't do music videos anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Because of social medias, I guess. It's all about reels and...
I can see that. I can see why that... But,
But it's cool when bands, they actually, bring to life also their visual universe. And it's good to see that you guys... That's what I felt. Like it's a gang of friends, and it's just like... so much.
It was a party. So, in fact... So... This is the only like full budget filled video we do. Usually we do like a 2-hour video, knock it out, and it's like Easy. This one was like 14 hours, right? Like,
it was all day.
but by the end of the night, you know, because this was a bar and they happened to have cases of wine and beer still in their locker.
And somebody got to use them, right?
Somebody got in there, man. And by the end of the night, it was
Plus, you're closing the venue, so you're selling it. So
it was completely
Right?
cleaned out, man. So the guy who, you know, was like, "Guy, man, you just," I said, I apologize to you, you know. He's like, "Don't worry about it. We're out of business anyway. We're closed." So they were cool, but anyway, those are the same guys that own Venice West on the street too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
But,
that's a cool venue right here too.
Yeah. So, but most of those people in there were Ekko's family.
How is he connected?
Because Ekko
like
lives
that?
really close to there, so he just had him and come in.
Man.
And
that's a good question.
we
Ekko
could have
is
a lot
Scooter,
more people if I
yeah.
really actually invited people, but I didn't think about it. I was too busy just trying to produce the whole, get the whole thing together,
That's pretty cool. So you have the album, you have the video out. What's next? Are you gonna perform soon in LA or in the?
Yeah, we got a show coming up at the Hotel Cafe.
Nice.
Yeah. When is that show?
November 10th.
November 10th.
November 10th, people get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
It's a showcase. I'll have the full band. It's going to be a really, really good show.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
First time playing there too.
Yeah, first time. We're totally
cool.
psyched.
I love this place. Hotel Cafe. Is
Oh, you
amazing.
played there?
I played there, yeah.
How's the atmosphere?
Oh, it was amazing. First, that stage with the curtains. Like to me, it's like it reminds me of Twin Peaks. You know that show from David Lynch, like the
I know,
classic, red curtains, like cabaret style. I love it.
It's very
Nice.
French.
I've seen
It's
many.
very French, huh?
Yeah. Probably. Maybe it's a little bit like Paris, like from the old days,
Oh,
Cabaret.
really?
Yeah. So, and I've seen many bands play there, so it's always a venue I love to go. It's usually like singer-songwriter style, but they
Okay.
have like full band too. My band's a rock band, like heavy.
All right.
So and
We'll
it
have
was
to
pretty
check
cool.
your band out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
What's the name of your band? Again?
Yard of Blondes.
Yard of Blondes.
Oh.
Is it? Are you singing in English or
Yeah.
in French? Oh, okay.
There's a little French in it,
Okay.
but mostly in English. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
My wife is in the band. She's French too.
Seriously?
She
Right
plays
on.
bass. We have a Turkish guitar player
Wow.
Okay.
and an American drummer. We had to.
Yeah.
It's Gumbo.
Right on.
Gumbo, another
Yeah.
one.
So, when you sing, is it like you said, hardcore rock, right?
Well, no,
so are you
more like-
screaming?
No, not really. It's more like heavy, like 90s grunge kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I would say Nirvana, stuff like that.
Right on.
But I'm not really screaming. It's really it's more like it's sang.
Singing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more singing.
Cool.
So I wanted to go back to you two now. We
Okay.
talked a little bit about the band, but I'm interested also in your journey and how you came to meet each other. I know it was through Bandmix, but I want to know what was your journey before and when did you start playing the guitar, for example, guy?
I played high school. Played in bands in high school.
So you were in Chicago,
Yeah.
at that time.
Correct. Yep.
So what was your first musical crush? What happened? What changed your life?
You mean like what was I into for music?
like what really like hits you and like, oh my gosh, this is fucking great, and I want to do that.
It's a good question. Yeah. I don't know. I just was drawn to the electric guitar. Lead guitar. Any lead guitarist who would shred, I was just into.
And it was there a musical community where you were? I mean,
No.
Chicago is like you
No,
mentioned.
I mean,
blues.
there's definitely a blues community. There's a jazz community, but I lived in the suburbs. There was no music community. So, which is why my destination was LA.
I see. So you fell in love on your own with the music, and you start riffing.
I always loved the blues, right? I mean, you can't help it if you go downtown. There's so many great places to go see fantastic blues, right? So that just spoke to me,
And what was your first guitar? Where did you start?
I had a Japanese copy of a Les Paul. And then I had a real Les Paul, and so now I got a Telecaster.
You switched.
But I still had the Les Paul, so I'll probably play both in the show.
And how old are you when you're starting playing the guitar?
14.
14. Yeah. And you started your first bands in Chicago, or
in Chicago, yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a high school band. You'd play parties, people's backyard, and playing
Nice.
basements, and
Oh my gosh.
it was like that was it.
I have sweet memories of that too.
Those were
with
fun
friends.
days.
We were like looking at American TV shows or films, and we're like, yeah, we're never gonna be that cool, but
Now look at you. You're real cool.
yeah, I went on the other continent, and but yes, also drawn by the music and the dream of playing music. So I guess it's similar in a way, because
Of course.
flying from Chicago or flying from France to LA, it's the same dream, I guess.
Yeah.
And where were you when you were a child? Where did you
I grew up in a dry place called Palmdale. It's a desert.
Oh yeah, Palmdale mountain.
Not even, well, there's mountains. You can see the mountains, but Palmdale's on the desert, so it's like a valley of desert, just sand and Joshua trees.
Nice. It's towards Lancaster or something like that.
Yeah, towards Lancaster. Yeah, it's the same. Lancaster, Palmdale, Little Rock, Antelope Valley. I'll consider Antelope Valley.
So you're a local.
Yeah. I mean, I could say, when people usually ask, I'll be like, oh yeah, LA, because it's considered LA County, so I can get away with that. But a lot of times when I say Palmdale, people are like, what, Palmdale, where is that? And I gotta explain, it's a desert place about an hour away from Los Angeles.
How was it, like, growing up there?
It was not bad as a kid, it was pretty cool. It was how do you say, diverse. I went to elementary school called Tumbleweed, and I started my first band there. It was like
Elementary school,
man. Elementary school. But it was like just a singing band, no instruments, and it was me, my brother, my best friend William, Nikki,
Willie.
and Brittany.
Was it like a barber or shop quartet?
It was like, might as well be, but the most thing we would do, we would never sing, but we would always talk about, we're band, we're band, but we'd never sing.
We did that too with my best friends in middle school, like 6th grade.
Yeah.
We had like a fake, how do you say that? Like a fake imaginary band.
Yeah.
We called Acid Live.
Acid Live, nice.
And we were like planning to make this band happen, but none of us really played any instrument at the time. But then we started like he started learning. My friend Bruno started learning the guitar 6 months before me, so he was my teacher.
Nice.
So he was going to see a guitar teacher and then taught me what he learned.
There you go.
And then we actually started an actual band in high school, but it took us like 3 years of dreaming of having a fake band. And,
Hey man.
Well, hey,
Right?
that's
It's
how you
all
do it,
about
man.
planning.
It's all about the thought,
Yeah,
the
the
dream, and you plan it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, we didn't make it that far. You made it farther than us. But, it was still fun.
So when was your first band?
My first actual...
Or first time you start singing,
Well, the first time I started singing was in high school. And I started a band called DNA, Dawn of a New Era. And in that band, it was me. I was a singer. My brother was the MC.
Oh,
And
nice.
we had a drummer, Dennis, guitar player, Romeo was his name, and bassist, Eddie and Danny. Shout out to Danny, man.
Two bass players?
Yeah, two bass players, because it was they would switch out.
Oh,
When
okay.
Eddie couldn't make it, then Danny would show up, and when Danny couldn't make it, Eddie was there. So it was cool. That was a fun experience. I was just texting Dennis before I came here. He hit me up, and I texted him, and I'm like, remember those days? We were a garage band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were a garage band, but we sounded like shit. I remember we rehearsed for about 3 or 4 months, man. We got our first show at a high school. It was like a after school type of program thing, and all the kids were there. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it. We get on stage, I start singing, and it was just horrible, man. It was horrible.
And then first dream dies.
First dream died. But when I was 18, man, I kept raging, man. It was just fun. It was just fun, you know.
You know, first bands.
Yeah.
It's always like that. You have to experiment.
Yeah.
You know, put the work in.
Put the work in.
And realize that you need to work actually to get somewhere.
So I mean, we worked, but we just sounded shitty. I mean, we worked for almost a year. I wouldn't say we didn't gel because we were great friends. It just sounded horrible. Like, it doesn't sound anything like Baba Jenkins. I'll tell you that. But it was a learning tool for me, you know, because now I'm able to get up on stage and sing. And
of course,
in the beginning, that was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know you're a singer, so I mean, how was it for you the first time you got on stage? Was it terrifying or?
I was excited, I guess.
You were excited? Okay.
So I think I was. I didn't realize how much we sucked.
Yeah.
So I was just excited.
Excited to be up there,
Ignorance
right?
is bliss.
I was thinking I'm gonna be the star of the school. I'm gonna be that fucking great singer, and everyone's gonna love me. And of course, it's not like that.
It's not like, but it was fun though.
But it was fun,
right?
And we actually played in local bars.
Oh wow!
We were like 16, but in France it seems it's okay.
That's what's up, man.
They'll ask you for an idea, and you can drink at 16. I guess it was at the time. Like you can order a beer. I think they changed the law since. No,
in France,
but,
still,
yeah.
Awesome.
So and cool. I think my dad actually he was like doing some journalism a little bit for the town, the village where we lived, and he knew everybody in town. So he's like, hey, those guys at the bar, they're okay for you guys to play, do your first show.
Nice.
So we played in the bar. It was our first show, and my dad made the article about it.
You had your built-in PR company.
There you go, man.
So the article was far way better than the actual show.
Did more people start showing up after that, or what?
Yeah, I mean, we were all in different high schools, so that helped.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're very supportive at this age, and we had a lot of people coming, and we actually won a contest on the national radio, and we got to play in an awesome venue like 7 hours away from where I lived in an actual stage. You know, it was like the Troubadour or something, or even bigger, man. It was crazy. I thought, oh, we're gonna be stars.
Yeah, man. You're on your way. You're on your way.
But you know, it fueled the dream, and then of course we all went to college and stuff. So we disbanded, and then I started other things. But fond memories of that. And I think sometimes I'm a old teenager because I never left that dream, and now it's even worse because now I talk to other bands and I love discovering their music and their stories, and
it's not worse, man. It's all about the experience, right? You know, you enjoy what you do, you love what you do.
Tell that to my wife. Between the bands, the interviews, I like to do some photography too on the side, so it's like a lot, but this interview is not about me.
I'm sorry, man.
That's
I'm just
what I love about
talking to you, man.
Like it's like a free conversation, and we're just sharing. I actually started this podcast for this reason, like during the pandemic, same as you guys. Like
that's right,
like, to connect with other people and reach out, because you can feel pretty lonely as an artist in LA. Yeah. Right. It's there are many great bands and artists. Yeah. But also it's very competitive. Yeah. And sometimes you play gigs and you don't even interact with the other bands playing with you, and their audiences don't interact with your audience. Like it's really weird. Your people come, you play, they leave, another band's on stage, another audience comes.
That's annoying.
I fucking hate that, man. And that's why I started this. I was like, I'm gonna build a fucking community.
Do it, dude. Do it.
We love it. Yeah, it's really admirable, and it's needed, and we totally appreciate it.
Yeah. And my goal is to discover the music that I found that I like, and try to give it a spotlight. So I'm happy to do that for you.
And we're happy to be here, man. Thank you.
We are.
So, did you move to LA after that?
Well, I was in the Valley. I wouldn't consider that LA. I guess it's LA for a while.
Careful when cause somebody says they work in the Valley.
Yeah.
You know what it means sometimes. The industry in the Valley.
What? Oh, the porn industry? not that kind of work. No. No, I lived there because I work for the gas company, so I lived there for a while.
That's what they say.
That's
I'm coming. I'm the gas guy.
Yes,
I'm
man.
gonna check your meter today.
Yeah. Oh, your pipes need fixing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Man. Yeah, I lived there for a while.
busted.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to my wife when I get home about that. Like,
It's
listen,
okay.
whatever you hear, it's a
He
joke.
definitely is not going to edit this part out.
That's gonna be the teaser.
Right, exactly.
Damn.
Well, it is Baba Jenkins, you know. We have to stir those emotions. That's what we do.
So you came to the Valley for like an honorable
For work. Honorable work, you know, blue collared work, working with my hands. And, you know, I met my wife out there, and the rent is just so expensive out in the LA area, in the Valley. It's just like ridiculous. So I'm like, babe, we can pay this much for rent, or we can go back to my hometown, buy a house, and pay a little bit less for a mortgage.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, of course.
And
that's the reality.
it was a no-brainer for me.
So you back there?
I'm back in Palmdale, man.
So you drive to here today?
Yeah,
to
I
back?
drove here. It took
Oh my god!
an hour and 45 minutes.
Fuck! Thank you so much.
Oh man, thank you for having
Wow,
me.
that means a lot to me. That you're putting the effort just
Oh,
to
yeah.
come here and talk.
Anytime I can get out of Palmdale for a minute, I welcome it, man. I welcome it.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So where do you guys rehearse?
Oh, at PA Rehearsal Studios
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
Reseda, California.
Reseda,
Yeah,
that's
PA.
right. That's right.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
PA.
Meg and team.
Yeah.
All right.
That's so is a kind of a meeting in the middle place because Scooter's in he's in Ventura,
Uh-huh.
Ekko's in Redondo. I'm like near the airport too, so we just kind of figured that was a good meeting spot,
Yeah.
kind of in the center of all
That's
of us.
dedication.
So
Yeah.
that's the center of our universe, like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where we meet.
How long do you drive through there?
It's about an hour.
An hour for
Yeah.
you?
45 minutes to about right.
Yeah, that's you gotta
Maybe
put the
more.
effort.
Yeah,
You got to, man.
we can put in the
So
work, man.
today, we started doing this like very recently, like shooting live performances too.
Mm-hmm.
Did that with Kid Major last time, like 2 weeks ago, and I want you guys to play for us, and you agreed, so I'm very very happy.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the song you're going to perform?
The song we're gonna perform is called Love Bout,
Mm.
and it's just about basically finding love finally after you've gone through, well, in my perspective, a lot of women, and it just didn't work out, for whatever reasons, whether it wasn't a match or other stuff happens, and it's just about finding the one, and being completely vulnerable with that person,
No,
telling
she's
them-
gonna like that part. You're right.
I'm trying to talk it up right now. You hear me? It's about being completely vulnerable, telling her everything, So that's what this song's about.
That's cool. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And, you know what? I was thinking, but too late. Like, that would have been cool to have like the horn section too in this little room. Do like a NPR kind of tiny desk.
Yeah, tiny desk. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
But I'm just happy that Guy and Rone, you guys are with us, and that you're gonna.
Well, you'll be happy to know it was written really just the two of us originally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Just this is gonna be how it's pretty much supposed to be.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We embellish it now live a little bit, but
Yeah.
And at the end of the podcast, I'd love to play a song of your record too, like from the actual record.
sure.
Okay.
So which one should we play?
What do you
Dude, it's
think?
up to you, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you
choose.
get the call.
All right. I think it's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say it, but I
There
didn't
we
want
go.
to say it.
That's my rocker side. Like,
Right on, man.
maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know, but it's a banger. So
It is a
we'll
Thank
see.
you.
I'm not done just yet. There's
Oh, yeah.
something I forgot to ask you because you
Mm.
mentioned he was rapping too. Like Ron, you were
Oh, yeah,
rapping at some
yeah,
point. Was
yeah.
that your like the last career
That
before
was
you
my
like,
last.
the last dream that got
Yeah.
shattered?
I was rapping and singing, and I was signed to HRT. It's like not even a known record label.
That doesn't sound good.
No, but they were giving me $20,000 a year just to write songs. So I was just.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
I guess.
No, it's better than nothing.
But I didn't have any rights to the songs. You know, I
that's
didn't-
not a good deal.
yeah. So if they were to land on a TV show or movie, I would get nothing. You know, no royalties, no
That
anything.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucked. So I was rapping and singing. I was doing, basically following whatever was popular, top 40, and just doing that and creating an album. And at the end of that, they offered me a record deal for $100K, and I turned them down. I was like, no, I don't want to, because again, I wouldn't have any rights to
Same deal.
Same deal, basically. 360 deal is what they call it. And
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If this is how the music industry is, I don't want to do it.
I mean, it is what it is now. It's
Yeah.
those deals, but 100K. I guess I'm gonna try to talk from the perspective of the label now.
Uh-huh.
If they're putting money on you, like developing you,
Yeah.
they're expecting to get the money back, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you gotta have some sort of way to manage to live.
To live, yeah.
And usually what the artists do is like the tour will help. But now I saw like many posts this week about artists like Animal Collective, the band. They're not
Uh-huh.
going to Europe. It was originally scheduled.
Uh-huh.
They withdraw the tour because they're not making any money.
No.
Whoa.
Garbage, the singer Shirley Manson, made a post also this week, like saying she was not talking about her because they're very successful in everything, but she said like most of the artists you like and that are famous, they're struggling just
Yeah.
in their daily lives,
It's
and
not
they
right, man.
can't even afford to tour anymore. And I saw another example which I forgot, but it sucks because with streaming and everything, I think a lot of people are making a lot of money, but not the right people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a need for a shift
Yeah.
in that. So I'm sorry you had to experience that, but
Oh,
at
no,
least
it's all good.
you got an offer, so meaning people were like believing in you.
Yeah.
So and I'm glad that once you retired, somebody took you out and resuscitated that.
Yeah.
dream.
There it is. You
It's
got it.
late. It's late.
Resuscitated.
My English is like struggling a little
It's
bit.
good. It's good.
So all right. So I'm very very happy to have met you, both of you, and I can't wait
Likewise.
to
Yeah,
see
thanks.
you
This is
live.
great. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
gonna come
Let's do
November
it.
10th? Please do.
Yeah,
Please.
if
all
I'm
right.
Yeah.
if I'm here,
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
there at the Hotel Cafe. So
All
you
right.
Cool,
should
man.
do two.
Yeah.
Grab your tickets.
Indeed.
Go buy that record. Stream it if you have to.
Yeah.
But buy the CD. I didn't have to buy it because they offered me the CD. But
You know, the other thing, Vincent, that we do that I'll talk about a little bit is
Yeah, yeah,
as
please.
a band we like to give back. To,
Yes.
so that song, going back to Slow Motion, the first song we wrote was actually a true story of a friend of Rone's, and made such an impact on us that we decided to look for a charitable organization that dealt with homelessness, and
Okay.
we found one named Sharing Love with Others. In June, I think it was June 2021, we contacted them, and we've been working with them and donating money ever since as a band to this.
oh, that's
organization.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
We even go there and help them feed the homeless. They do this every Saturday on Skid Row.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The woman's name who started it is Maxine Seeley. She comes to our shows, and any tickets and merchandise that are bought, we donate a large percentage to her.
Wow.
So, yeah, we in our album release show, we gave her a check for $500, and then we sold enough merch to give her another $250.
Yeah.
That was enough
That's
to feed
cool.
100 homeless people last Saturday. So, if you come to Baba Jenkins, you're gonna see a really fun great show.
Yeah.
Fucking
And you're
great
also going to be feeding somebody.
Yeah.
that
That's
lives on
amazing.
Skid Row.
Yeah.
This year I interviewed someone, forgot his name right now. It's gonna come back, sorry. But the organization he started, it's called House Party.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is exactly that. He's not a musician, but he's a fan. So he puts on bills with different bands, and all the proceeds are going to feed the homeless.
It's awesome.
Okay.
He plans to come and do a show in California someday, so maybe I can connect you and we can have
Yes.
something
That'd be
all
great.
together.
Yeah,
That'd be
That
awesome.
would be great, and bringing Hanging Out Sunset on board and
Yeah,
something
we
cool.
Baba Jenkins likes to give back. It's kind of our mission statement, really, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, on a global idea, or we
Mhm.
want to, if we're lucky enough to be accepted globally and become, something.
Yeah.
That's our idea, is to give money to different charities around the world. So
Yeah.
The Grammy. That's what you aim
the
for at the
Grammy.
first
Oh, yeah.
first message.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, you want to talk about that guy?
yeah. So we might as well, right?
Yeah.
So we have 3 submissions that were accepted by the Recording Academy
That's amazing.
last month.
That's amazing. Which
Thank you.
category?
And the voting started yesterday. Wild the single,
Uh-huh.
Wild the video, and Rendezvous the single.
That's amazing. I used to be part of the academy as a voting member. But I stopped because it cost me too much money.
Oh, really?
Right.
Well, because it's a membership. It's not too
yeah.
expensive, but I didn't see the point.
Well,
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah.
if there's any voting members listening and you like Baba Jenkins, give us your vote for one of those 3.
You heard that, people?
It'll be
Submissions.
muchly appreciated.
Well, thank you so much. So now we're going to listen to you play live.
All right.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
let's do it.
I met a woman and I met some girls. Difference between the two, a story to tell. Deep in the ocean, like my shiny pearl. My woman, my lady, my world. I need love on a crusade to find happiness, the soul to combine. But I get, baby, I'm willing to lose genuinely. Naked I dive, I'm surrounded by blue. The cold bitter sting of searching for you. No longer I swim, I'm sinking, it's true. Lay on the bottom, a comforting view. I look up, then I see you. Ooh, this is some kind of love. Got me shaken up, I wake up. I'm out to my right. I'll be damned if I'm the same again. I'll probably change my ways to win this round. Love bout. This is a love bout. Ooh, this is some kind of love. Got me shaken up, I wake up. I'm out to my right. I'll be damned if I'm the same again. I'll probably change my ways to win this round. Love bout. This is a love bout. Love bout. This is a love bout.
All right, everybody, that was Baba Jenkins with Love Bout live from the studio. But now you got your double dose of Baba Jenkins because now there's Wild from Cooper, their debut album.
Babe. Wait till you see the stage.
Now, imagine.
All night kicking, all night long. Tell me, baby, can you hold on? Need my love, bring it deep. Ooh, baby, stain the sheets. Hey, girl, hey. Young girl hot, young girl wild, made of pain from her smile. Come here, sugar, such a tease. I'm an animal, watch me feast. Hey, yeah, hey. When she dances, stops a crowd. Shake for me, baby, shake for me now. Move that body like a wave. Go ahead, baby, misbehave. Hey, yeah, come on now, don't run, bring it right now. Don't run, bring it right now. Give me what I want, give me what I want, baby. Give me what I want, give me what I want, sugar. Ooh. Give me what I want, give me what I want, baby. Give me what I want, give me what I want, sugar. Ooh.
So,
May I have this dance?